Hello, and welcome to Go All In. Live the life you dream about, have everything you want, financial prosperity, amazing love, great health, and time to enjoy. This is true personal freedom. I'm your host, Sarah Leslie, and I am so glad to be here with you. And I'm so glad that you're here too. This podcast is for folks carving out their own path in the world and desire for it to feel even more easeful while also getting amazing results in their life and business. There is a formula to creating a deeply satisfying life where you are easefully making the money you want the way you want to, while also enjoying life outside of work with all the most important things, amazing relationships, time freedom to go on adventures where you don't feel guilty, and most importantly, you feeling comfortable and confident in your own skin. This podcast will give you a step-by-step process to actually creating this radical shift in your own life. If you are determined to live out your personal vision, this podcast is made for you. Personally, I spent way too many years living with one foot in and one foot out. I was divided in my efforts and in my thoughts, and I was full of internal conflict. Now, of course, at the time, I didn't know that's what was happening. I didn't understand what was going on with me. And even after leaving my 9 to 5 job and starting my own business, the struggle was still there. I could not figure out exactly what was wrong or what to do about it. I spent way too many years second guessing myself, stuck in indecision, feeling alone, even though I was surrounded by amazing people that loved me, feeling this low level of constant anxiety that I didn't really know was there. I was giving too much of myself with this resentful feeling of, I'm not making enough money. I'm not able to live the way I want to. And I'm doing all of this to help other people. And I'm giving the best of myself. And yet I'm not getting in return what I really want. And I craved adventure and travel, but was working all of the time. So there was no way I could think about actually going where I wanted to go. And ultimately feeling this huge, unexplainable weight on my shoulders all the time. Today, people consistently tell me this one thing over and over. Can't figure out what changes I really need to make or how to make the ones I know I need to make. Please help me. The truth is, you are the only one keeping you from the life you want. It's always about our own thoughts and feelings that are currently creating your results. Now, listen, I was a clinical therapist for over 20 years with tons of experience. I did all the reading, all the going to continuing educations, getting educated, and still I didn't know some of the most critical elements of living a really amazing life, let alone creating my own successful business. And again, I was highly respected in my field. I had an amazing position before I pivoted into coaching. I want you to know there is nothing wrong with you. I share my personal experience because I want you to know that I couldn't figure it out on my own. I know how frustrating it is to be a high performer, a hard worker, and still not be where you really want to be or where you think you should be. Sound familiar? It is time to go all in. I can do it. You can do it. And I can help you do it so quickly. This requires you to stop waffling around in fear and delay tactics, worrying about whether or not things will work out, and just decide they are. It wasn't until I committed to doing my own internal work at the highest degree that things truly changed for me. I started receiving extremely powerful, and effective coaching where I actually got the support I truly needed to fully commit to myself, to upgrade who I was and how I was showing up in the world so that I could actually then be able to create the life that was in my imagination. I now feel the most freedom I have literally ever felt, both internally and externally. I invite you to join me on this journey. If you want this, you can achieve it. Go all in with me and live extraordinary.